What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Metal Mob. You all know where we are. You all know who's here. We got me, Humble Stacker. We got Cartier Silver. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right. We got 9 people in chat already, and it's only going to grow from here. Man, you want to call out chat real quick?
Yeah, let's see who we got. Make sure my tablet's up and looking good. All right. We have Bear. We have the ASE guy. We have Donna. We have
Bear.
Hilo Stacker. We have Saint Nick. Rockamassa's here.
Donna McCoy.
Uh, Mandy Lee Rain. Yeah, I said Donna.
Yeah.
Emperor just came in. Dutch Murphy just came in. Welcome
Nice.
on in, everybody. Nice to see y'all here.
Emperor Wang, what's going on? Dutch Murphy, how you doing? Yes, welcome everybody. Glad you're all here. We've got 15 people in chat already. So, crazy week for metals, man. Crazy week for metals.
Right?
Sub
This has been
$60
crazy.
all week long. That is nuts. Did you pick anything up this week?
Yeah, I picked up four bars. I got them off of Auction Palooza, and
Nice.
I got the first one. The first one I got was like during the auction. It was I spent 59, and then he was just closing up the auction. Because I was at work, so I couldn't really stay on. It's like I'll be back. I'll try to come back, and I jumped back on, and he was just closing up. I was like, what do you got left for silver bars? He's like, well, I got another three. He says 56 piece. I'm like, sweet. I said, I'll take all of them.
Oh, yeah, I would have too at 56 a pop. Why not? Yep. Nope, that's a good deal.
And they were vintage. They were nice vintage bars too. So
Nice. I picked up a
they're
couple
probably
of
gonna
pieces
it's
from
probably gonna be something I'm gonna keep. Not melt.
Nice. I picked up a couple of pieces from Gold Sniping Farmer and Tooly Dooley over on YouTube. They were selling. So I picked one piece up from him and one piece up from her. Her piece there is it's a nice vintage piece that I got from her, and his piece it had a hair on it. So I'm like, I don't know. At this point, I've got one with a duck, one with a hair, so I might as well just start going with exotic proof animal bars because that's what I'm picking up from him. I've got an ASE, a 10.5 gram silver basketball or a soccer ball, and another one of these Haley bugs coming that should be here tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I was talking to Vinny. When he because they do the auction like during the week, and then on Friday they send out the invoice. What you owe, and he was. I was asking, if he still wants to come on the show. He's like, yeah. He says, let me get stuff straightened out. He says, give me the dates. Tell me what time. I said Sunday evening. 8 o'clock. Our time. So
Cool.
he's still interested in coming on. So I
That's
know he
good.
had to wait for. I know he had to wait for like baseball season to close out for his kids. So
Nice.
hopefully pretty soon him and Heather will be coming on.
Did it way hair over. Just a touch. Miss Alaska Assassin, how you doing? Bobcat Pro, how's it going? Let's see, a couple other people snuck in.
Yeah,
Amina,
Bellows is
how
in
are
here.
you?
Gatita's here.
Gatita Oso, Bellows Ford is here. Let's go. Emperor Wayne, nice. So yes, yeah. I'm glad you picked something up while we were on this low. And I'm sure other people in chat have probably picked stuff up as well, even though it's kind of like in between paydays, but still take advantage while you
Yeah.
can. Buy on the way down as on the way up. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, anyways.
Yeah, I know you have the pick up what you can when you can, but I kind of like to just like set my money aside and wait, and then go in there. It's like I want all of them.
Yeah, well, I can't. I mean, I don't save like that. I it's hard for me to keep liquid funds around for a long period of time.
Yeah, you got to
So
do what
I
you got to
just
do, brother. That's it.
yeah, so that's why I buy weekly. it makes it so I can always keep adding adding to the stack and not have to worry about saving it and spending it in between times. You know. And that Harry the half sovereign I picked up at Harry's, that was pretty cool. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. And it's an Edwards, so it's one of the lower mintage ones as well. And I picked it up out of the melt bin. You know, you can't complain about gold out of the melt bin. I was gonna pick up an Eagle, but he wanted $415 for the Eagle and a $70 premium, bringing it to $485. And at that point, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And look right to the left, and I saw that Sauv, and I got the Sauv for literally almost the same exact price, maybe a few bucks more. But yeah, it was nice. It was a good price, good deal.
Yeah, I got a message from Justin today. He says he just got his mail. You know, because I don't remember what he bought. I think he bought. I think it was the Eagles. I think he got this, and I think he got bought a couple ounces of shot because he wants to pour something. I don't remember. I had everybody written down. I just don't have it right here. But so yours will probably, it'll probably be there Monday, because I did his like the day right before I did yours.
Yeah, no, I gotta get addresses, and then I'll be able to ship them out on Thursday. So that's cool.
Your stuff will probably be there either probably Monday.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. That's how I got these.
It's awesome.
4 Dos Pesos.
Well, I hope he's happy.
2 separate 1-grammers. Hiding behind the lady there. I heard you're a little jealous that my baddie is a little more show and tell than you're the baddie that you got.
Yeah, my baddie's, she's got a little bit of, she's still sweet.
She's a baddie.
She's definitely a baddie. I might have to pick up a few more of those. Have to go look.
Well, they got copper ones now too, right? So we got a couple of. With the gold chaser. So picking up a couple of these with the gold chaser is not a bad deal. But I like the silver ones better. The silver ones are better. Emperor Wayne just started buying silver again this month after not buying since December, huh? Well, good for you, man. I'm glad you're back on the horse.
Wow, you've been out of the game for a while, bro.
Yeah, I can't save money either, Hilo. That's why I just buy weekly. I mean, essentially, this is my savings account. My stack is my savings account. So what you see is what I would normally have in my savings account, but it wouldn't normally be there because I'd find some stupid way to sell it or spend it. So instead of doing that, I spend it on metals.
Hey, if that's what it takes, more power. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to screw you up.
No, you're good, EP. I get it. He says, well, during that time, I got gold and numismatics. Oh, Bobcat picked up 5 Rolos from Reckless. Nice. Are they half-ounce Rolos? What size are they? I got some buttons from Cartier. They're not Rolos, but they're nice little buttons. One of them's a pretty fat muffin top. What you got there, bro? Showing
That's my Venus fly. Yes, one of my Venus flytraps. It went into a flower. When I transplanted them, they were kind of looking sick. I lost the pitcher plant, and this one is just starting to come back again. But this one's already sprouted a flower on it. She looks awesome. I'm happy about that. So it's gonna make it. It's gonna be healthy plant. Keep them right outside my window, so I keep an eye on them.
Nice. So yeah, picking up gold. Picked up some bunch of gold. Picked up some silver, but more gold than silver lately. I should be buying more silver as of now with the GSR being as high as it is, which I'm going to be doing here soon. But just got to wait till payday. I wait till all my paydays in order to buy. But if the GSR keeps jumping the way that it is, I might just go trade some gold in for some silver and then wait for it to drop back down. I'm not
Where are
quite
we at
sure.
right now for GSR?
I thought we were in the set. Last time I looked, we were at like 74.
74. Oof.
Let me look.
I knew I should have hit it back when it was in the 50s. Well, Shiny, hello. Good to see you here.
Sir Greystone, how you doing? Glad you jumped in. Right now we are at 71.1.
71. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that means they're going to want at least 78, 79.
Yeah, I've never seen the flower before either, but it makes sense that it's a plant, so it's gonna flower so it can bud, and then when it buds, it'll grow the thing. Did it have a trap part and then it recessed and then turned into a flower, or was it a plant and now it's flowering for the first time?
No, when I first bought them, it started to flower. That's when they were still in their little tiny coffins, the little plastic tubes. And once I put them into, actual water and put them outside, it killed off a little bit, and then I transplanted it, and they died down a little bit. But usually, all the traps, that they stick out, they only last for so long, and then they'll die, and they turn black, and they drop off, and then all new ones come out from the center.
Gotcha.
And this one has the flower coming up, which will actually contain seeds to plant if I wanted to make more.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes
It's
sense.
pretty cool. They're fun to feed.
Good. 19
Occasionally,
people.
Said occasionally I catch a house fly on the window or something like that. Bring it out there with a pair of little tweezers and drop it in there.
Does it close
cool to
slow
watch.
or fast?
No, they close pretty quick.
Do they? You'd think that they close slow.
Well, they'll close to a point. They'll be like half close, just enough to make sure that it actually has something in it. And then when it starts moving around inside and it hits all the other, because it's got a bunch of little trigger points on the inside of the petal. And once it starts moving around in there, they realize they got something that's big enough that, because it takes a lot of energy from the plant to consume it. So they're not going to waste their time. They're going to leave their talons open a little bit, in case it's too small. They're not going to waste the time. So it'll crawl out and it'll disappear. Otherwise, they just close up and then it shrinks up like a vacuum bag. It's neat. It's really cool to watch.
It's pretty crazy.
Stack that gold. What's going on? Angela's here. Has anybody thought of making silver safety pins? Those would be easy to hide in plain sight.
Yes, but expensive. the work that it would take would be kind of high, and you wouldn't get that much silver per pin.
No, if you did like a big baby diaper pin or something like that, that might be all right. But just like a little regular safety pin, no. Shit, if you want to hide something in plain sight, make a spoon, make a little shovel.
Yeah, yeah, like mine.
There's tons of stuff that you could pour. You could take something like this. And I've been pouring a bunch of these and stuff like that. Put some magnets on it. Stick it on your fridge. Nobody's going to think anything twice about it. Oh, it's just a cool little thing on the fridge. I think those are what, like 1.5 ounces. I think they came out to be.
What, the shovel?
No, the Eagle. Glue a couple magnets on the back. Stick it on the fridge. That's 1.5 ounces just sitting on your fridge. Nobody have a clue. Especially if you tone it. I think these were about the same. I think these are about 1.5 as well. Put a magnet on the back, stick it on the fridge.
Nikki Silver Stacker, what's going on? I like that Eagle idea, magnet idea. Yeah. Tarragon Sue, what's going on, buddy?
Well, if you need an Eagle to stick some magnets on, let me know. I think I got a couple left.
Yeah, that Iwo Jima is nice, isn't it? A bunch of people in the community jumped all over that.
Yeah, the Eagle, the Iwo Jima, and you got the Marine Corps emblem coming to you.
Marine Corps emblem, yeah.
As well.
And the Sword and the Stone. So Sword and the Stone, Marine Corps emblem, and an Iwo Jima. Yes, in plain sight, Nick. That's the benefit to having pours and things like that. The disadvantage to having pours and things like that is, in order for you to get its true art value, you got to find somebody that wants to pay art value for the piece, or you just have to understand that you'll get your price in metal, but you won't get your price in art. You know what I mean? If it came down to it, if it hit nitty gritty. Now, I would be finding other people, like all my melts, all my pours, things that I've gotten, they're all deep stack stuff. I won't be selling those unless I'm living on the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's not something you buy to just turn around and remelt it or bring it to a freaking shop and just get rid of it. I mean,
sell it. I know.
you buy a piece like this because you want it.
Yes, because it means
it's gonna stay there.
It should have a premium for the art, but at the end of the day, it doesn't.
No, it's kind of hard. I do a little bit over. I usually do the silver cost itself, and then I have my my own little price, like per ounce, and then that's it. I mean, I don't really get a whole lot of the artistic or the time that it takes or something like that. I make money on it, but you don't make a lot. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you make enough to keep pouring, so that's good enough for me. That's what I love.
Well, you work for silver too, in some cases. You know what I mean? You'll
Oh,
work
hell
for
yeah.
silver. You'll work for silver.
I think I've only done a couple cash deals. I think I've done like 3 or 4 cash deals. Everything else has been like trading out with silver.
Sorry, just reading chat. Richard Metcalf, have a great night. Appreciate you stopping by. I wish I
Muscle,
had a
what's
face
up?
to stick magnets onto. Bear says, I have my 2 Iwo Jima on my desk at my home office. I see it every day. I love it.
I'm glad you like it there.
Cartier does do great work. That's why I've had him melt so much stuff for me. You know, you can't send somebody a metal shovel after he says, "Hey, send me that. I'll pour it in silver." You know, you can't just take on a project like that and not have it turn out nice.
No, I
Hello, Vince.
appreciate you, High Love. Yeah, Bear's got the claw as well.
You know, you got
Poured
the
that for
shovel,
him.
then you got the turtle. Which has
I got
started
these
a
little,
whole thing, by the way.
I
This
got
piece
these
right
little
here,
beauties.
the whole thing across the
One of these
community.
days I get to them. Yeah, FG's been pumping them things out. So
This
what's going
tells
on with the competition? You got any? Did you come up with a list of rules and stuff yet, or
so
what?
we've got some preliminaries. Got to go over some fine tuning. I still have to find the judges, but there's a bunch of pourers that would more than likely jump in. I just think that Ping
Awesome.
mentioned that 2 ounces is kind of a steep buy-in, and I get that. I get that. So I think we'll drop it down to like 1.5 ounces.
Yeah, we
Something
can
like
do a
that.
roundabout. Something in that area.
You know, because that's essentially going to be the prize pool. So you guys can either keep the things that other people poured, or you can melt them and use them for your own stuff. That's the whole benefit to being a pourer, right? So that'll be the prize pool. Will be the buy-ins. So I'm just waiting to finish getting some responses back on some people that are willing to be judges. I need a pourer to be a judge. Somebody who has the technical aspect to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Or you can just pick and choose from everybody's minds. You know, I
Well,
think
I mean,
we brought it down. We brought it down to like copper, brass, and silver because nobody
yeah,
wants to
but
pour gold right now. It's too freaking
no,
expensive.
you're not pouring gold, but you could pour an aluminum copper alloy. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that can be mixed up. So I'm not worried about that part. That part's going to be easy coming up with that portion of it. It's going to be more just getting the judges. And I was thinking somebody was like, you should probably have some sort of like legal thing. And I'm like, why would I need a legal thing? I mean, this is like, it's a
No,
competition
this is just
among
for fun. I mean, this
pourers that's for fun, right? Like I shouldn't need a legal thing. So I think that we're just gonna do like, a 1.5 ounce bar that's poured in your design, ripples, no ripples, whatever you choose. Um with no name on it. So no name on who it's from. That way we can just test them, look at them, and see what's what. You guys will need to make videos. So there's a couple of things that we'll need to do because we won't all be centralized in one spot. So that's the hardest part. Is that we won't be centralized to one spot. We'll have to go off of videos and pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. You have to film your pour.
Yeah. So that'll be the
Definitely.
hardest part. Will be that part.
You got to film your pour because otherwise, some people might pull out something that they poured, 6 months ago. So you have to film your pour, and I think we should come up with, something specific. Come up with something that each one of us has to pour. Go buy a little trinket somewhere, some little plastic trinket. It's like, here, y'all need to pour one of these,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah,
have the like you said, the pourer's choice of what they want to pour.
yeah. So I mean,
There's
there's gonna be like there's gonna be 3 rounds other than the buy-in round. So the buy-in round's gonna establish, whether or not you should even be there. The first round's gonna be a challenge. The second round's gonna be harder, and the third round's gonna be the finale. So it's just gonna be a process of elimination, and how hard the rounds are going to be determined on how many people we have in chat and how many people we have in the competition and how many we have to eliminate. But it's going to be a talent based. It's not going to be somebody. When I was talking about it in another chat the other day, they're like, "Oh, another popularity contest." I'm like, "No, this is designed to be exactly opposite of that. You will earn your crown. Not that FG didn't earn his crown, but you will definitely earn your crown on this one." And I know
no
you.
FG definitely earned his crown. I mean, he collected silver coins from all over the freaking world. You know how hard that
Yes.
is? And a lot of
Yeah.
these
No,
countries don't even have silver coins.
I know. So FG is he definitely earned his crown on that one. But
We're not trying to take
I know,
anything away from. We're not trying to take anything away from FG. He's got
no,
that trophy and he deserves it.
for sure. And but this is going to give um the
This
pourers
is
out
for the
there a way for
for
you to
us
show
poor.
off your own talents because you guys are all really talented. So
Hello,
that's
Melissa.
exactly it's going to go. The buy-in is going to be it's going to be something simple, an ounce and a half bar poured by you for your buy-in, and then it's going to be first round eliminations, and then second round, third round. So depending on how many people we have in, are going to be determined on how many actual rounds there are. Because there's going to be if we have an odd number, that's going to suck. We'll need an extra person, so we have to figure that part out too. But as far as I know, there's at least 6 or 7 people that want to do it.
That sounds great. That sounds awesome.
I think that would be pretty cool. Even if it was just 6, I mean that's 6 people that want to do it in 3 rounds. First round, second round, and then the last round. So first round would eliminate 2, second round would eliminate 2 more, and the third round would be the finale. So yeah, that's I'm totally stoked about it. I'm going to be getting it done here soon. Just got to finish up with the other person that's helped me set it up. He does
Yeah,
have
it's gonna take a little bit. I mean, this shouldn't be anything that's like pushed.
no. I
It
want to
should
make
be
it right.
done
I want to make it done good.
properly, and that's it.
Yes, yes. Taking third place was awesome. Yeah,
Who got second?
Littlefoot. It
That
was
sounds about right.
FG, Littlefoot, me, and then West Texas. And apparently only one vote between first and second, one vote between second and third. But, whatever.
All
You
right,
only have
Sir
to
Greystone, I will check that out. When we get a little break here. I don't like to mess with my phone once I got it set up, but I'll check out your email. I'll get back with you.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Bellows. 3rd out of 32 people is not bad. And FG does do a lot for the community when he pours for people. He pours them a special case, which has a stand. I mean, that he doesn't charge for. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he does that's extra. He does really good work. So, kudos to FG on the win.
Yeah, he's gonna. I just talked to him, like a week or so ago, and he was asking me about, he wants to get a tumbler, and he was asking me like what kind of beads and stuff like that, and what do I use for soaps, and so I gave him the rundown. So if he gets all that shit, he might be some real competition for me.
Yeah, scary, right? Scary, scary, scary. So on Wednesday, hopefully the dip stays low. I'll be buying some more silver. I think I'm going to hold off on the gold a little bit. I got a lot of gold recently. Going to pick up some more silver and did an inventory recently. I got more than I thought I did, but it adds up. You don't even think about it because you got a little here, a little there, and as it goes, it just adds up more and more. So I got more than
It's
I
right there,
thought I
Bear.
did into it.
I got it.
Well, if that was the case, Marshall Shell, I would have won.
I got freaking bags of shit.
If it was based on those stipulations right there, I would have won. But I wasn't really promoting for people to vote for me. I just wanted people to vote. That was the biggest thing. I wanted to win on a no campaigning thing. The fact that I had to make a video was awkward, especially for me. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, we definitely need to have like a set of judges, and then we have to, let the audience as well, say what they feel, and have their kind of vote, and then just do like a collaboration of what the judges say, what the audience says, and come up with an answer for who did a good pour and who didn't. But I'm sure nobody's going to do a bad pour. I mean, we all know what the hell we're doing.
Oh yeah, I don't question that at all. I don't question that at all. I know the community. I know you guys all know what you're doing. I love both you guys. Taught me more in 5 months than married. Than married, Golden. Why? I don't know how to answer that, high low.
All right.
Mm-mm-mm. So, bro, do you have any plans? Any big pours that you're doing? What are you doing right now?
I got nothing set up right now.
You have no pours set up.
Nope, I don't have a single pour set up.
Why is that? What's going on? Did you catch up on everything?
Yeah, I'm caught up on everything. The only thing I need to
No, I
do
thought
is
your list
clean up.
was fast.
Yeah, I was behind, but the last couple of weeks, I hit it hard. So I got everybody's stuff is out. I don't have to send out anything to anybody until they get a hold of me and want something else. So in the meantime, I'm just going to clean up the stuff I got, and I want to start building up a little bit of stock. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I know I need to get some more buttons going, different stuff like that, something smaller.
Yeah.
But I'll always
Um,
come up with something. I still ain't got my little rubber ducky yet, so I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So I'm probably going to have to go search and find one.
Nick wants to know when you're going to pour the big boobs.
I'm going to have to go in here first, like I said before, because this is going to lock up when I put it in sand. So I'm going to have to come in here. I'm going to have to grind off some of this hair. And she's got some weird, 3D lines on her. So I need to get rid of that. But I'm definitely looking forward to doing one of these. But I can't, because all that's gonna do is that the dirt is never gonna come out of there. It's gonna be locked in. So I need to trim this back just a little bit and see what happens with it. But it's gonna be cool.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I got 3 different sizes of those. There's the other 2.
Definitely going to be top heavy.
Well, they're balanced enough like that. So I think they'll make it.
The silver for a Meg save up so far. Bear wants a Meg, he says. Did you ever complete a Meg successfully?
Not successfully, no.
I didn't think so.
Well, the first time I did it, it was basically a success. It would have made it, but it had this part here was like knocked off. I could have ground it and stuff like that, and I was like, no, I ain't gonna do it. I want the whole thing. And then the next time I put it in the mold, it blew the sides out, and silver went all over my tray. That's why you pour in a cookie sheet so your stuff don't go all over the floor. And then the last time I did it, I didn't have enough of a opening, for my pour hole. So it lost it. It
For your
didn't come
bench?
out right. Yeah, I needed the pour hole to be open more because that's a lot of silver that's got to go in there at one time. And I had to use the mold that I made for when I did the shovel because it's too small. It's too big to put into that small one. So
Gotcha. So you just didn't make your pour hole big enough so it didn't get all the silver down.
yeah, it didn't go in right. That was my bad. But shit happens. Hell, I poured Pooh Bear like 4 times before I got it right.
Well, that's
But
the
I'll
thing.
get
You
it.
should do it over and over and over again until you get it right. That's awesome. Melissa, thank you. I had a really good time. It was awesome going down there. It was cool that he allowed us to live stream while we were down there too. And road trips are awesome, especially when you're riding with people you like. So that was really cool. It was. When I asked Terry if we could live stream, he's like, I don't care what you do. I was like, yes, man, that was the best response we could have had.
Right?
Yeah.
No, he's awesome for doing that. I thought he would have been like, oh no, this is like Silver Dragon territory. We can't do that. But he
Yeah,
was like,
like
yeah,
I
go
thought
for
it'd
it.
be like
He's like,
in a
sweet.
contract or something, but he was like, no, do whatever you can do whatever you want to do. And I was like, oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. And he was answering questions. People in chat were asking him questions and he was answering them. Like, I asked him because somebody in chat asked what his 2 biggest sleeper coins are. Like, a coin that's completely underrated. So, like the half cent and the bust quarter or 50-cent piece, I think you said it was, were the 2 that he did there. And I'm like, well, what's your favorite coin? And his was the 6-4 victory coin from Israel. And that's his favorite coin. And I thought that was pretty badass that he told us that too. Just things that we don't normally get a chance to hear from him.
Right?
Yeah, and he let Swag Dad behind the counter to go check out the safe. So they were back there checking out the safe and talking. I mean, totally cool. He's like, "You here to buy?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're here to buy." So he handed me a tray with the felt bottom and said, "Here, here's your shopping cart." And it didn't matter what we put in there. We were walking around and he didn't care. It was pretty cool. Put gold in there, silver in there. Just walked around until we were ready to cash out. Totally cool guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'd
well.
love to be able to go see him one day.
Melissa bought her first 3 silver eagles from Harry. Yeah, it was a really cool visit. And the salve I got, the half salve I got, it was out of the melt bin. So I paid Melt for this, and this is a beautiful coin from 1910. It's an Edward, so there's way less mintage of these ones. Really excited that I got it from him. But I've been adding a bunch of smaller gold. Like I stacked the fracks. So when I got these on that GSR trade, I was pretty excited about that. And I got another one that Hidden's got for me. Well, thanks, bro. It was a fun stream. It really was. It was meeting Swag Dad and going down with Jamie and Bear. It was a fun trip. When you make it across the U.S., Cartier, let me know.
I will, most definitely.
Amina is going to be coming up here soon, which is going to be awesome. She's a foodie and likes to do other stuff. So, yeah, she says she's a people watcher, too. And I'm like, are you going to have a fun time people watching in Seattle? Trust me.
Yeah, right? Oh, and we used to call it O&R, observe and ridicule.
Observe and ridicule. She's a foodie.
Look at that crazy bastard. What the hell is he wearing?
Huge food scene up here. So I'd love to melt a Libertad into something just to do it.
They'd make a hell of a video. I don't know very many people who are out there melting down Libertads.
Observe and ridicule. That's funny. So nothing new exciting on the silver front lately. Don't have anything flashy that I've picked up. I just added dimes when I was down at Harry's. Added a couple of ASEs here and there. The soccer ball won't be here till tomorrow. This is silver that's gold plated with rose gold. So that was a decent pickup. These actually carry a really high premium for just a piece of silver. Ironically enough, the rose gold thing plays a big factor, I guess. And the baddie, man. The baddie, she's a showgirl.
Her name is Lola.
Muscle show, that's hilarious. All right, you guys, I'm going to go grab something to drink. Cartier, you got it. I'll be right back.
All right, it'll be my turn after you. All right, so let's see who's going on. Melissa, you like the O&R, huh? Yeah, that used to be something we did back in the day. Greystone, he wants to. You want to melt down a Libertad? That's up to you. No, I'm not going to tell you not to. Yeah, and she was a showgirl at the Copacabana. I'll fill in my humbling Cartier drinking. Come on up, Dubsy. You just gotta wait for Humble to come back so he can pull you up. No, he's running the show here, not me. But a high low for $1.99 for Humble. Awesome. Bear's talking about Harry. So is anything out there that anybody wants to know?
All right, Tag, you're it.
All right, bro. I got to pee too.
Sounds like Dubsy wants to come on up. You can come on up anytime, Dubsy. Pop the link in chat.
Yeah, we love to having you up here.
Yeah, so what is going on, you guys? Who's picked up what? Is anybody picking up or have any plans to pick up this week? you know, with the prices being what they are, you don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. They could go down, they could go up. You know, so with the price being locked in over the weekend, I figured a bunch of people would have picked some stuff up. Still buying the dip, yeah. I buy weekly, so I only have a certain amount I can spend per week. But on Wednesday, I'll be buying again, like always. Still dealing with this irregular heartbeat shit. You picked up a few grams of gold, nice. Bear picked up some connotational. I'm assuming you mean constitutional. Mercs are nice. I picked up some ancient coins to add to my pirate chest. Nothing special, but Dub has, but they seemed fun. Nice, Amina. Nice. Dubsy, I did pop a link in the chat. If you do want to pop up, you can. Always plan on picking up, but can't always afford to. No, Nick. Um, so for me, I always, pay bills and then see what I can afford to buy. Right. So you got to take care of bills first before you buy metals, man. So that's all part of stacking responsibly. So just keep stacking responsibly. Oh no, you're good. Your purchase from Cartier Silver is just begging to get open. Well, open it up. What up, Swag Dad? Is it humid there? Yeah, I'm not a big humidity fan, so when it's really super humid, I don't do it. But I think we're ready for a ping. Are you guys ready for a ping? If you want to hear a ping, let me see it. Show me you want to see it. Let's go. Let's go, cause I'm down. I want to hear some. I want to hear some silver. I want to hear the sweet sound of some silver. How about you guys? Is it ping
Pingalicious.
time? Is it ping time? I think it's ping time.
All that damn pinging.
All
Jesus.
that damn pinging. Yeah. The funny thing about it is that it really doesn't matter what flag you fly when the people know where they're going and where they're going to, who they're going to see, they know where to go. Let's go. That 5 ounce likes to sing, don't it? It's quite the ping. Quite the ping. But that's just the ATB. Just the ATB. We want to hear the bull. You guys, build your wealth analysis. One of the best things on any piece of bullion. Build your wealth analysis. Okay, whether that's a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5, 10, doesn't matter. Just keep adding to the stack. Dime, quarter, 50-cent piece. The whole purpose is to add to it slowly and it grows over time. Let's go with the bull. El Toro singing.
That one's a singer right there.
El Toro, baby. El Toro sings, carries the tune rather well. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Run with the bull is right. So, what do you got planned for this week when it comes to melting, man? You gonna show us another video? You got anything on the horizon you want to melt?
Well, like I said, I'll probably do some smaller pours. I need to load up on my buttons. I'll probably do I need to do some more pew pews. And I had a lot of people, wanting the pew pews. So I'll probably do some more of those and just kind of like build up my stock a little bit. Do a couple more Ujimas and some Eagles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I most definitely will be putting everything on video so everybody can see it.
Out of all the things that I've gotten for you, I've never gotten one of your Aya Horuses. Ironically enough. Out of
Well,
all
we're
the
gonna have
things,
to change that.
yeah, out of all the pours, I've yet to get one of your Aya Horuses. So we got to work on that.
Yeah,
I'm
we can do
making a
that.
flag with the Statue of Liberty in front of it. Nice. That does sound pretty cool. Amina says, I had that ringing for days in my brain. Sorry, Amina, I wasn't trying to ring your brain. Amina, is your dog's name is Hercules, right? If I'm not mistaken. Does he get bothered by the sound of the pinging? Like Lisa Anderson's dogs? Which is ironic. Because other people's dogs in chat are like, my dog didn't make a noise. He didn't move. He didn't do nothing.
Well, I don't see. What she got, like little fucking baby chihuahuas or some shit that are sensitive?
I don't know, man. She used to get pretty upset. Yes, Hercules, and no, not at all. Yeah. She'd get pretty upset. Pretty upset. Oh, I picked this up too. Pretty cool piece. So this is one flashy one that I've gotten. Harry Potter 3-gram card.
There you go. Jump over here for a second.
Swag that. My dogs high five each other and say, fuck yeah. That's funny. I know. I know. You know what's amazing? You know what's amazing is that Ghost and Opal Rose have not been in chat since I showed her the return to sender envelope.
That was freaking awesome.
That's what's amazing.
And I was sitting there thinking, it's like, dude, cut it in half, and you cut it in half. I was like, yes.
That's awesome, Amina. I love dogs. I'm a huge dog guy. Oh yeah, man. I bought those gold bags for giveaways, right? So but for her to be blasting me on other channels and to have her mail come back, I was so hot. I was so hot. Love it.
That's your original right there.
Yeah.
That goes back to like 350 BC. And it's very, very porous. And it has a hole that goes all the way through it. And you can feel it. It's like gritty.
Sandy. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's made out of a porous rock. It's carved out.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. And you do little scarabs. You do little scarabs too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a scarab. This one. I think I might start doing some more of them. When I first started pouring, scarab was like one of the first things that I did.
Do you remember in the movie The Mummy when he came across all those ones that were in the wall that he said were blue gold? If you could make silver scarabs and tone them to the point where they're kind of bluish, that would be sick.
Oh, you could do that. Easy. But this is
Shiny Silver. I know he was on for a minute, wasn't he? Have a great night, bro. Thanks for stopping by.
this is the original. Now this one I will pour out of the original because it's more of a hard stone, so I'm not worried about it. This goes back to, see if I can get in here. This goes back to like
Hold on, let me make you
between
big.
525 and 332 BC. And
That's
all this
perfect.
stuff came from Harlan J. Burke out of Chicago. So this is legitimate stuff. This isn't remanufactured garbage. This is actual pieces. You can see how that's got a little hole in it too. That's how I got the one I have is silver. Pull it off here. It's my daily wear. The one I have is actual silver, and I had a loop put on it. And I get a lot of people asking me about that when I wear it. They're like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's a scarab." They're like, "I never heard of that." I was like, "It's an Egyptian scarab. They used to put them on mummies, and that was supposed to help them guide them into the afterlife." They would take like 12 or 15 scarabs, and they would put them in the wrappings on top of their chest.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, to help guide them through the afterlife.
Yep. But that's pretty damn cool. I got a bunch of stuff like this.
That is cool. No, I like I said, the Eye of Horus. I don't have one, and like I said, I've gotten a lot of medals poured from you. So the fact that I don't have one,
We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, we'll change that because
I
won't.
Coptic eye. This is a Coptic eye pen. This is what they used to. How the Egyptians had the big black lines around their eyes, like the mascara or whatever.
Yeah,
eyeliner or whatever.
That's what they would
This
line. They did
This
that
is
in the
what they
paint.
use.
Yeah. Is that wood or that's wood, isn't it?
No, it's not wood. It's some kind of porous bone or something.
Oh,
I've never poured it because I'm afraid of screwing it up because it's so porous. And this is knuckle bone. This was something that the Romans used to use. It was kind of like the first version of dice. I missed out on the auction. They had one that was an actual knuckle bone made out of bone, but I lost it at the auction. I think it went for like $450. So I got this one instead, and this one is made out of like brass or copper. You can see how green it is. But they would take these and they would use them for dice, and they would like shake them all up, throw them on a table, depending on how it laid down, in what area, how it laid would be, the first version of dice. And when you hear about, how the Romans cast lots for Jesus's clothes, this is what they used. Something like this.
huh. Yeah, Cleopatra, coal on eyes. Yeah, it's just
And all the stuff I got from Harlan J. Burke. Some of you might know Aaron Burke. He's the one who's basically in control of the company now. But he has a lot of YouTube stuff. That's where I get all my my Roman coins, my Greek coins, all that kind of stuff is where I got all that stuff from Harlan J. Burke. They got the best reputation. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. If you bought it from them, it's legit.
You get it shiny. Take the time you need. We need a break sometimes. No, for sure. Sounds fishy. What? No.
What sounds fishy?
You said it sounds. Hilo said it sounds fishy. No, you said Aaron Burke, right?
There's Harlan J. Burke is the name of the company. Aaron Burke, he has his own thing on YouTube where he talks about, the different Roman coins and stuff like that. This place has been around since 1960. It's in Chicago. It's right on downtown street of Chicago. And I can tell you this for a fact, because, they always have auctions and you can go in there, they send you a huge catalog, something along these lines. They send you a huge catalog with all the good stuff in it. Everything in the back here is more, Egyptian or Roman antiquities, and then the rest of it is nothing but coins. And then you got descriptions, prices, et cetera, et cetera. The first time I bought from him, I just bought a cheap $10 Indian penny just to see how the process went, see how the shipping worked and stuff like that. And then I bought a couple other pieces. I think I bought the Eye of Horus off him. And then I bought, I think another coin or two. And then I made a big purchase for like several different pieces. They shipped that stuff to me without me even paying for it. It came in the mail.
That's awesome.
They could have. I could have screwed them if I wanted to, but that's not me. I ain't gonna do that. But the fact that they trusted me and shipped that amount of, money and antiquities and coins, they just shipped it to me. It's like, all right, you won the auction. Here we go. Send it out. This is what you owe. I'm like, sweet. Damn, I got credit.
I got credit. Yes. I'm buying here all the time.
But I thought that was.
Well, looks like we just lost Cartier Silver. He'll be back. He must have hit the wrong button. I got Romanized and Russian hands. I'm Italian. That was my funny. Don't quit my day job. That's right. Don't quit your day job, Hilo. I'm just teasing. There he is.
Yeah, when I was trying to adjust my phone, I hit that little button on the bottom.
Hey, look, man. If you want to quit the show, just be more graceful than the last guy that quit the show. Okay?
Yeah, right. No, I'm going to start a fight with you, you fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit with all your pinging and everything.
I know the ping drives people nuts. It drives people nuts. That's why they ask for it, because it's so crazy. I know, but see, we're on. Hold on, let me log onto my phone. Give me a second. Greystone, bear with me. When I'm on
call it whatever you want.
When I'm on StreamYard, I can't just change it. I gotta do it different. So let me log on to my
Walter. What's going on, Harley?
There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. 23 awesome people in chat. You guys all rock. It scares the dogs. Just stop. Whoa. Scaring the dogs is no good.
Don't scare
But
my
I
baby.
think it's all ping worthy. Yo, Humble, you dropped the link when I came in chat. Was that an invite on stage? Yes, it was, my friend. You can come up anytime you want. Hop up. You are more than welcome. Anytime you want to hop up, you can.
Hell yeah.
Serps can hop
Climb
up.
aboard. Climb aboard the crazy train.
No, Serps, you can come up anytime you want, brother. He's got a whole tube of these things. I was showing mine off earlier. I didn't realize he had that. It's the same tube of them that he picked up for giveaways. Really colorful Libby's.
That's a pretty little copper piece right there.
Yeah, you know, I got that one recently, and I got this one recently too. You know, only 3,000 of them minted. It's pretty cool.
That's a nice piece.
Serps, you coming up?
So what is that exactly? It looks like a mermaid holding like a baby or something.
So it is the ocean's eternal love. It is a mermaid holding a shell, which is kind of like a bassinet that has a small mermaid baby in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a mermaid holding a mermaid baby. 5,000 of them minted. It's not a bad copper piece. It's just it was a consolation prize on Whatnot when I was going for something else. Got to take the dogs out real quick. No problem, buddy. No problem. So Serpent's gonna be right back.
You gotta love mermaids. I mean, it goes along with everything. You know, pirates, the ships, the coins, the gold, the mermaids. I mean, it all just like ties in together. It's just you gotta have it.
Yeah, no, I've got an aquatic theme of stuff going on, so you know it fits. You know, with the lighthouses, the copper coral, the sea
Yep,
turtle.
lighthouses as well.
You know, I've got my pirate round out, my booty chest round. So yeah, I mean I get it. I need to find a new thing that I can put all my fractional gold in.
Oh, because you gave away your chest, huh?
Yeah. I need to get like a I don't know. I'm sure there's a person out there that has like a 3D printer that can print me like a 3D chest. That would be pretty cool that I could put all my fractional gold in. I'll have to find somebody out there that can do something like
I
that
got a
for
few
me.
different things in here. I got a lot of Wheaties. This is where I usually put my Wheaties.
Nice.
I got Wheaties. I got some Russian coins.
That's awesome, buddy. Here, let me make you big.
I got a couple of those.
Nice.
Here's another one.
Oh, that's sick. I like that piece. I like world coins. World coins are sick.
I got some German coins around here somewhere. You know, I'm not particularly fond of them, but it is history. No, let's get the frickin' fucked up symbol on it. You know, that swastika. But I got a couple German coins in here as well somewhere.
So how big is that chest, Cartier? If I'm not mistaken, it's probably about a 2x3, right? Something like that, or a 3x4.
Yeah, it's probably like a 3x4.
Yeah, that's like the size of the one that I had my booty chest stuff in. Yeah,
See
it
my
looks the
hands.
same, just designed slightly
That-
different.
That's a penny. So
Yeah, so I mean, I'd probably want one a little
that'll
bigger, like a 4x5
that'll
or
be
something like
scale.
that.
Yeah, these are all ship coins. They all got ships on them. Don't ask me who sent them to me. I can't remember. My memory sucks, but each one has got a ship on the back. They're awesome. So I keep
When
those separate.
carded items like something like this is important to be able to fit in there. Sideways and be able to close the lid. Because I have a bunch of these carded items that are gold. I have some platinum ones. So that's what 3 inches tall, but be able to close the lid comfortably with them all standing up as well and fit all my smaller gold in there. I'd say a 4x5 or a 5x6, probably about 4 inches tall.
It's a cool
Something
one
like that.
too. This is a 1945 centavos. 20.
10-ounce Tony Bull, Taurus Bull. High low. He wants himself an Aquarius and a 10-ounce Tony Bull. Taurus Bull. He wanted to
That's what I
trade for
got.
the 10-ounce. He wanted to trade for the 10-ounce bull. Yep. Wanted to trade for the old 10-ouncer.
I got some. I think the German ones that I got are from Daryl. Daryl USA. I
Nick,
believe.
there is nothing wrong with a
I think
small
he's the one
chest,
who
but
sent me
they
those.
fill up too quick. What up, Pang? That's the problem with the small chest, Nick. They fill up too quick. I got a new gold card. Let me show you guys
How
what it looks
much
like.
brass does it take to pour the ship round that I love? Which ship round do you love, Melissa? Is it like one of my big ones?
It's your original, brother. She likes this one. Melissa likes your original. She loves this thing. This is the one you're talking about, right, Melissa?
Yeah, I think those are. I think they were all about like 4 or 5 ounce at least. And I got plenty to choose from too. I mean, I've got like 7. I think I got like 6 or 7 of them now.
What's up, Ron? But I'm pretty sure this is the one she's talking about.
Yeah, we can make something. We can make something work for you if you like it. I just got some brand new crucibles in. So I can set one aside for pour another metal because I don't like to switch metals up. One's for silver, one's for copper or brass or something like that because copper and brass is just the same freaking thing anyway, with a little bit of zinc added to it. But yeah, when I like to keep a plain crucible all by itself just to pour silver. I don't want to contaminate it with anything else. That way I know I always got 3/9 spine going out.
Yeah, I mean, they say chivalry has died, but not with all.
Yep, she says that's the ship, the one in the brass. Yeah, if you want to hook up, send me an email. I can pour you one. I got all kinds of ones in here.
Yeah, no, she every time I
That's
showed it
your.
out, she loved that thing. That's it right there.
That's it right there. And I got another one of this. It just has a different back on it. FG did all these 3D things for me. But yeah, that's the same one. As the original I poured. I haven't poured this one yet because you can see that this one's got a brown tint to it. But that's the new one that came out, and it's got a different back on it.
Yeah,
That
that
was
one's
the
cool.
original. This one I did. I also poured this in silver. I got one for me that's sitting in my safe. Blue Collar was talking about wanting it, but I haven't heard from him. If he wants it, I'd be happy to work something out with him. And this is the new one, but I poured one of these for a Wounded Warrior project. So only 3 of these have ever been poured in silver. But that's the new one with the new back. All the new ones have the same back on it. They got the name of the ship. That's the
They're about
Endeavor.
5 ounces. They're about 5 ounces a piece, Sir Greystone.
Yeah, about 5 or
Anywhere
6,
between
depending on
anywhere
which
between
one,
5 and 6 ounces.
and depending on what metal you pour it out of too. This one's really, I love this one. This is a Cuddy Stark.
Nice.
That used to be the fastest sailing ship in the entire world. It came from Scotland,
About
and then it had
5.2 for brass, about 6 ounces for silver.
it had a fire, and it destroyed a lot of the ship. And when they rebuilt it, it wasn't the same. So it lost the fastest ship in the world. But that's a beautiful ship, and I like the Scotch too.
Bear wants to know how many ship molds are in the series.
I believe there's only 6. I even have the Black Pearl, which is not actually a real ship, but FG popped it up there. I was like, oh hell yeah, I gotta have the Black Pearl.
Melissa says now she wants them all.
Now she wants them all. We can work on it, honey. Give me something to do on my days off. Jeff's here. What's up? Jeff Fafa.
Chippapaw. Chippapaw. Zoom. Yeah, Peanut's pretty funny. Jeff sending up alerts. Let's go.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Black
Jeff.
Pearl. I got.
You.
Let me see if I can find it here. It's in my drawer here somewhere. See which one's the Black Pearl. Endeavor. Could he start? There you go. Black Pearl.
Going good, Nikki. How are you, buddy?
And you got to realize these are all kind of like thick puppies too, and they got the high relief, so takes a little bit of silver. But FG did all that stuff for me. He also did United States. I got one of those in my safe. I poured one of these already. It's got all the high relief of the mountains and everything. And there's the sword from Sword in the Stone. I got the stone. Yeah. And there's your stone.
Nice.
That was a
Nice.
fun pour. That really was. Because I had to do it in like a few different waves. I had to like put the stone in there first, make a double side mold, and then I had to go back in, and then try to lay the sword, in there and press it in there too without screwing up and collapsing, the sand that was around the stone. So it was pretty fun. It was a good pour. I liked it. And you got the first one, man.
I know. I'm excited. I'm totally stoked. Actually, I'm glad that you sent it. So, what did that one actually weigh? Close to 5 ounces.
I think it was 5.5.
Nice. Nice. That's exactly where I need to be over 5. So, I'm glad
No,
you
swag
sent it.
that these were all sand cast because it's double sided. It has a front and a back, so I couldn't just do an open pour on it.
Yeah. So, the open casts are awesome. I like the way you do your open pours, open cast pours. So,
Yeah, I always try to put the ripples in it.
I like rippled silver. Always
Because you
have.
got you got the torch there anyway. So you just set the torch up so it's down on pointing on your graphite mold because you have to heat your graphite mold up first. Make sure there's no moisture in it because that could be a big freaking mistake. You pour 1150 degrees silver Celsius into a freaking graphite mold that's got some moisture in it. That thing's just it's gonna break apart and it's gonna be a mess. So you always have to heat it up first. So you already got the torch there. So you just leave the torch on it and then you pour it and you just, try to tap. You just keep tapping on that side and make those ripples.
Just give it a little tappity tap.
Yep. You got to be quick with it though. Because
Okay.
silver cools down so quick. I mean, it heats up quick and it cools down quick. That's why it's such a great conductor of electricity.
Because of how fast it heats up and cools down.
What's that?
Because of how fast it heats up and cools down.
Yeah, that's why it's such a great conductor of electricity. You can get hot real quick and then it cools off real quick. I think that's where I screwed up when I was doing the Megalodon. I didn't have a big enough port, and when I poured into it, I think it cooled off too quick while I was pouring, because I wasn't able to dump it right in there like I was supposed to, and it came out all screwed up. But I'll
Gotcha.
get her. I'll get her one of these days. I'll get her. And I'll definitely get her. If one of my customers want it, so I'll get
You'd be
there. I'll
dealing with
figure it out.
you'd be dealing with New England up here, Amina, and you can also get you can get house chowders that are really good as well. You can get mussel chowders. You can get fish chowders as well. So there's all kinds of stuff that we're in a foodie capital in Seattle. You're gonna have a good time. There's lots of food around here. Lots of different stuff you can eat. It's foodie world.
Oh, don't get me going on seafood. I love seafood. I make the best damn clam chowder. I've made lobster bisque. I've made crawfish bisque.
My buddy owns a restaurant in Seattle called Ohana. So we'll be going there one of the nights for sure.
I'm not big on that New York chowder, although I love tomato based stuff. Most of my soups are always tomato based, but I don't like it for a chowder. A chowder is a chowder, plain and simple. And it's not thick where you eat it with a frickin' fork. A chowder is supposed to be soupy, a little bit thick, a lot of butter. You're supposed to be a soup. That's a real New England clam chowder. Stuff they sell down here, you could eat it with a freaking fork. It's like, are you kidding me? Sometimes I'll go out to, well, when I used to go out to restaurants, I'd always order the clam chowder for an appetizer. I'd be like, are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? I'm gonna eat this shit with a fork because they make that shit so thick.
Yeah, no, chowder is awesome. There's a place down here called the Fisherman. They have a crab feast. It's a 4-course meal. First meal is either a bowl of chowder or a bucket of mussels. Then there's another course, which is salads, I believe, or whatnot. And then another course, and the main course where they bring out a big cutting board, and it's got two halves of an Alaskan crab, 2 Dungeness crabs on it, some rock crabs, some blue crabs, some snow crab. I mean, it's an actual feast. It's amazing. There's a lot of food down here. Oh, dude,
that sounds awesome.
dude,
I love crab.
I love going down to the Fisherman and eating the crab feast.
When I was younger, I used to go diving in a place called Belcher's Mine. It was up in Pasco County. We'd go diving up there, and we'd come back with buckets and buckets of blue crab. We used to catch them, throw them in a bag. Got my leg pinched several times, but they are delicious.
Yes, they are. Lots of. I mean, there's so much seafood up here. It's insane. So yeah, we'll be hitting some places. And like I said, you can. I mean, if you're a people watcher, you could actually make a full-time job out of people watching the same location in Washington and not see the same thing more than once. It's crazy. Serpent says, I'm a Landy.
Barbecue and steak. The barbecue and steaks are great, but I could live off seafood.
Yes, yeah. Depending on the food, I mean, depending on the seafood. They have a really nice caramelized and smoked salmon down there that comes with caramelized onions. It's really good. I mean, so it just depends on the food and who's making it. I'm not a big salmon fan. Living up here, I know it's blasphemy to say that, but it just depends on where I'm eating it from.
I eat salmon probably about once a week. And then I'll get my clams. I'll get my mussels. I've got shrimp. I got a bag of crawfish and a bag of shrimp sitting in my freezer right now. No, I use that for the boil I did the other day.
1,000 Eric here in chat. Well, I'll pop the link in
Yep,
chat again.
shrimp.
If anybody wants to pop up, you guys
Thousand there
can.
says shrimp gumbo, shrimp creole, shrimp fried rice, Alfredo, fried shrimp,
Oh,
bull
that's,
shrimp, fried shrimp.
yeah, that's Forrest Gump right there. Shrimp scampi, fried shrimp.
And I think that's about it.
No, he forgot, and then he had to start over again. So everybody wants to pop up, I pop the link in chat. Just click on the link and I'll let you guys on up. Appreciate anybody wants to pop up, hang out for a little bit. But yeah, so we're pushing an hour and a half. Probably gonna go about another 15 minutes, and we're gonna call it a night, you guys. But yes, so I mean, I can't wait for you to come up here. We're gonna be hitting some food areas. There's all kinds of places to hike and do all kinds of stuff as well. So, you know, if you like to fish, I've got all kinds of fishing poles. We're gonna have fun.
Penny Scout just popped in, said hello.
What up, Penny Scout? Serpents is almost ready to pop up. Okay, well,
Come on down. The price is right. I had to send that to Humble. He wasn't sure about that one. About the booty fail on Price is Right.
that was funny.
He's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I know for a fact." She came running down them stairs and then they fell out. So I had to go back and find it. And I sent him the video of it. Block us. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, Seattle, I mean, it's a big city. So any big city, you always have to be cautionary of.
Oh, don't worry about it. Humble will take care of you.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I got you.
Humble's packing. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I got you.
Lewis Brown, gold and silver bull shark. Fathom that SC.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, we're getting humble. We're getting crab rated, bro. We're getting crab rated by the International Stacker right now.
Holy
Let's
shit,
go.
91 already. Damn, let's go, buddy.
Go. Let's go. That's awesome. International Stacker is amazing. Appreciate him. I didn't realize he was crab rated me, so that's sick. Yes, we got 128 people in chat right now. That's awesome. Why don't you show off some of your cool pours, Cartier?
What's
you got
that?
Cool pours right in front of you. Why don't you show off some of your pours?
I can pull out a few. I got something hanging out here.
You got 128 people in chat right now. Let's go. Let's go. You guys are amazing. 143. So pick this up at Spot at Harry's. He had a milk tray. Picked it up last weekend when we went down with me and a couple other stackers. Met Swag Dad down there, which is totally cool. Swag Dad has been on International Stackers channel. He's totally cool. He's been part of my channel since he came over, which is awesome. So thank you, International Stacker. Picked this up, met him. He picked up some stuff out of the melt bin as well, which was totally cool. Always wanted to get a Dos Peso, so I got a couple of these on a GSR trade with another person in the community, which is totally awesome. Tiny little buttons, but man, these are really nice. Always wanted some of these. You guys are amazing. All you guys with the crafts, I appreciate you.
Loving the raid, buddy. Appreciate every single one of you.
Let's give me a second here. You carry chat for a second, Cartier. I'm going to set something up here. We'll set up.
All right, you go for it. I'll show off the some of the pours.
Natural stacker giveaway.
All right, Melissa, if you're still there, you know this is the actual first one that was ever poured. That's pure 999 silver. This was 6.68 ounces. That was the USS Constitution. That was the first one. These are the Eagles. So I got a couple of those laying around yet. This one is 1.40. I have another one that's 1.36. I have an extra Ujima that I poured. I don't have a weight on that one. Let me check it out real quick here. That comes in at 1.57. Now these are all available if anybody wants it. I got a nice little finger. I haven't cleaned it up yet or nothing like that, but I went to the place that I do all my shipping through. She had one that was made out of stone. I was like, "Oh, you got to let me borrow that." I said, "I need to pour that." So she gave it to me, and I need to clean it up, but that's a cool piece. And we got the little QQs.
Awesome. So for the crab raid, you guys,
I've been working on this for a while.
1 second, serpents.
Bring them on in. Bring them on in. I'm just filling time here.
All right, so for the crab raid, you guys, put in crab raid in chat. We're going to give away a 2026 bicentennial dime. Serpents,
Sweet.
welcome in, buddy.
Thank you, Humble. Thank you, Cartier, for having me on.
You're more than welcome, my friend. More than welcome.
So crab raid in
How's it
chat,
going?
you guys. Crab raid in chat. We'll be giving away a 2026 new dime. I believe this one's a Denver.
Well, that's so sweet. You know, thank you. Thank all of you for just popping in here like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Crab raids
means
are
a
awesome.
lot.
International Stacker, you're amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
Guys,
those crab raids are
smash it.
awesome. It's
Crab raid in chat. Let's go.
All right,
For some reason, my system is dragging
you're dragging here somewhere.
big time. Can you guys hear me still?
Yep, hear you fine. We just got no video. She buffering.
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm lagging pretty bad. Just keep smashing crab raid in chat, you guys. We'll be popping over to that in a second here. I'm trying to get it to pull up now. Hey, Serpents, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what do you need?
Can I pop you backstage for a minute and see if that changes
Oh, yeah.
anything?
Sure. And
Give me a second.
Might be a little overloaded.
I think
We'll get there. We'll get there. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the show. Let's go. 103 people in there still. Let's go. Keep hitting crab rage, you guys. Should be pulling something up here any second. Let's go. Come on. You got 37 entries in there. Come on, there's got to be more than that. Got 101 people in here chat right now. All right. Can you hear me, Cartier, still?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but you guys keep smashing crab rage. So give it a second. We'll see if that changes anything. Cartier, give me a second. I'm gonna see if popping you off pulls it up any faster. Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if chat can hear me or not. My system is being really silly right now. So just bear with me. We got raided, and then I just started to lag really, really bad. So give me a second. We're going to see if we can get this fixed. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But for some reason, we're still just looking at a spinning circle. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Dutch. For some reason, I'm lagging really bad. I know you guys can see me now. Just keep going on the crab raid. Broke Stacker, what's going on, buddy? I don't quite know why it's being as difficult as it is.
You're back now.
We're just gonna add people here, and when I spin it, I'll just declare the winner. I'll just have to spin it on the other side without people seeing. So just bear with me, you guys. Cartier, you got me? You back?
Yeah, I got you. Serpents is back.
yeah, I got you. I got both of you on audio good. Can you both hear me?
Yep. 5x5.
Awesome.
All right, so I still am looking at a black screen on my side, but as long as you guys can see what's going on, we're good to go.
Yeah, we got your screen as well.
Yeah, I got you on StreamYard on my phone, and it's showing all three of us on YouTube with my laptop.
People in the crab raid giveaway. So we're gonna let that cook for another minute, and then after that, we're gonna pull it.
Well, it's great to see everybody come on in. That's beautiful. We appreciate you. It's always great to support, the little guys.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Man, I'm still lagging.
Oh, that's a big buffalo. What is that? A 5?
Yeah.
Like that. The caps don't matter. Swag Dad. That is a nice round. 5 ouncer. That's nice.
Yeah. That's one of the first buffaloes I bought. Back when silver was still 33 an ounce. I was really happy about that. I should have bought more.
I'm surprised they should have made that the 3-leg. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. If Silvertown would have done that, because it's got the little pickaxe right there, their little mint mark.
Okay, so let's see here. We have 41 people in the giveaway. You guys, if you want a chance at winning the 2026 by Quincentennial, I think I said that right. By semi-quincentennial. Dime, you got to get in that entry. The entry is Crab Raid. 3-leg 37D. That's what I was thinking. Is what Psychotria said. Psychotria.
Serpents, I'm loving that table. You're going to set up nice.
Thanks. I've been in a couple streams this weekend, so I've more or less just kind of left this set up here and got a whole bunch of stuff all over. But yeah, it's been a work in progress. I can't believe when I first started, it was like just this little blanket here in the background, just thrown over something, and a couple of coins I would set out on top. I was like, yeah, as my stacking collection was growing.
Yeah, when I first started, I had, I bought this podium or whatever the hell you want to call it, for the chips. And it only had like 2 or 3 chips in it. It's like, come on, everybody, let's get going. We're going to fill this up. And I took all my chips and I put them in there. And one by one, I would take them out and add a new chip. And now I got chips freaking everywhere.
Nice. I need to get some mine out to the people in the States. I sent most of the first batch across the pond, but I think I got 3 out to the community, to FG, Crawdaddy, Pang, and Walter T are the only 4 in the States that got my poker chips so far. Feel bad about that.
2 words, Crab Raid. 2 words.
Yes, Mandy Lee Rain says she needs chips. Yes, she does.
Mandy, did you get your chips from me? I know I sent you a chip.
Yeah, I just happened to look back and saw Mandy's comment in the middle of all the crab raids.
Still only 43 people in there. Let's go.
Mandy, you ain't got my chip yet? All right, I'm gonna have to fix that. She wanted the trifecta too. So Mandy, I'm gonna have to take care of that. I thought I sent you out. As I saw on one of my posts or videos or something I did, you mentioned about the chip. I could have swore I sent you one out. I'll have to go back, double check. But I'll definitely get it out to you. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm lagging pretty bad. All right, you guys, we are gonna pull this. 43 entries. We're gonna find out who's gonna win. I'm gonna pull it right now, and I will tell you who the winner is. And the winner, you're gonna have to email me at my email address. I'll tell you what it is in a second. Pulling it now. Let's see who the winner is. Yukon Cornelius 4779. Yukon Cornelius 4779. Email me at the Humble Stacker 7. I'll type it in chat right now.
Yeah, did you hang out? Did you stay?
Please put what you won.
Yep, you can't. Oh no, Sicilian Stacker tagged him. Let me see if I can get him. Yep,
And
is in chat.
I escalated. Congratulations on the win. You got yourself a 1776 to 2026 by semi-quincentennial. I think that's yeah, whatever. New dime. I forget how to say it every time. I can be looking right at something that tells me how to say it, and I'm gonna mess it up.
Yeah, you did better than what I would have done.
The quarter millennial dime.
Yeah, the quarter millennial dime. There it is. The 250
Buy
dime.
one there. The new one.
The new one. So yes, come and get some. Congratulations on your win. Make sure you email me.
Oh, nice little Libertad.
Yeah, a little gold 1/20th ounce. But dang, these things have a premium. I got this one last year though, before it really started to hike up.
They all have a big premium on them.
Anything
Yep.
from Mexico, we'll carry a little more of a premium. It seems like, and I'm okay with that because I like the Libbies, and I like Mexico gold, especially the older one, the older gold. You know, so I'm okay with it, but it's still you're paying a little more. You know, so when you want
Yeah.
something that's like that, you have to pony up. But that's a nice piece, man. Nice, beautiful piece. Yeah, love it. Is that a 1/200th?
Yeah.
Didn't you just
Blue
post
collar
a
stacker
video?
just picks them up.
You have to hold it closer to make it look bigger.
Yeah, I put that up on the Discord because Blue Collar Stacker picked up a couple.
Nice.
Yeah, I like these 1/200s. I need to get either a 1/100th or one more 1/200th. My capsules are kind of scratchy, but I've got 8 of these so far. And if I get 10, then I'll have a 20th of an ounce. And then together with the Libby, we'll make a 1/10. And then my other 1/10s here.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm a Stack the Frack fan, man. I stack frack all day. Got a couple of quarters, but I have some ones, the Dos Pesos, some 1 grammers, a 5 grammer. You know, it all adds up. Just keep stacking.
Yep.
Even small stuff all adds up. Like you just showed off. You know, you had a couple more 1/200ths, and then you've got a 1/20th. Then you add that to a 1/10th, and you're just stacking. Look at that. What's the Vicami? Is that a 2.5?
Yeah. This was my gold pickup for June. Was that Dia de los Muertos and these grammar bars. Oh, the IGR too. Shit, I forgot. Little half gram bar.
Half grammer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it stacks, so you
Oh,
buy
yeah.
what you can, you put it in the pile, and then at the end of the day, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, I'm 1 or 2 200ths away from having a 1/20th. I mean, how insane is that? It just keeps stacking and stacking. You're proof that if you just keep adding, it'll just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Cartier showing off some flexing on us with some 1 ounces there.
Yeah, I guess I got the
Oh,
big boys here, but I wanted to actually show this to you. This is that little stuff you just add all together. That's an ounce sitting right in there.
Yep.
They're little grams, there's even little tiny half grams in there.
Yep. Just
and
keep
Some one
that's
adding.
tenths.
Just
You just keep adding it all up. Keep adding
yeah.
it up.
I
That's all you gotta
take
yeah.
do.
I got a lot of plastic
they
wood
let
that adds up in that way too.
yeah 9.
You know,
So and then if
down
I
to Harry.
add that, that's almost 20th. The 10th.
When I went to Harry's, I had him test these, and these are 22 karat. So this is 4.5 grams of 22 karat gold sitting here, and that's not bad either. You have a tendency to forget about adding stuff like this in when you're counting up how much gold you have.
Yeah. This is an ounce right here in tenths and grams.
Nice.
I got 3 1 grams, those, that 2.5, that half, and then 9 tenths. So, I mean, there's, 8 tenths plus 6 grams. So maybe
Now
just
that
shy of 2 tenths shy of an ounce, 2 tenths
in
of a gram.
comparison to Vicambi, how big is that Pamp Swiss? Are they about the same size? I don't have one in front of me, so I can't really, in comparison, though, are they?
Yeah. This is like the big essay size because I got the little one here, and even though it's a Pamp Swiss, it's that bigger 1 gram bar.
Yeah, just a little thicker.
Yeah, so it's bigger than the ones in the little assay.
The little assays, those are the Luna series ones, right?
No, I mean they make the Lunar Series there, but these are the Fortuna. They make the Fortuna and the Lunar Series and the micrograms.
Nice.
I got all kinds of different shit in here.
Yep, stacking the frack.
Stack the frack. Yes, for sure. It all adds up. It does. And that even breaks down for silver. I don't stack 1 gram or 2 or 3 gram or 5 gram bars, or tens. But if you're going to stack fractional, for me, it's always constitutional. But you can still stack fractional silver and still, be stacking. So I had somebody in chat last night say the reason people stack copper is because they can't afford silver. And I was like, what? That's like the worst way to look at it because you can get a dime or a quarter or a 50-cent piece and not have to buy a full ounce of silver. There are ways to stack silver without having to pay full prices. You just buy fractional. So for somebody to say they spent $80 on, 10 ounces of copper opposed to $80 on an ounce and 5 dimes is crazy.
That's the 1945 Dos Peso that I actually got off for Liberty. I bought that off of him, very low mintage. That's
Yeah,
a
I
nice
got
piece.
some 45s. All 4 of mine are 45s also. I like the 45s. They're pretty nice.
I got some pretty cool stuff in here, though.
Lots of gold, lots of gold. Well, we hit that 2-hour mark. We're at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
I even
Oh, you
got a
guys had it
piano.
earlier tonight?
Well, I'm going to be pop it up. We can hang up here for another 10 minutes or so before I split.
I got two of those.
Yeah, I was asking Dub C how he stores his Dos Pesos. He just puts them in a dime tube.
That's what I got right here. That's where all
If I
this
get more
goes.
dose spaces, I'd probably put them in a dime tube. Somebody, was it Emerald Coast was saying you put them in a poucho?
Yeah,
Such a
put them in
nice
kangaroo
piece
nuts.
that are set out after that. I just have a hard time just letting them rattle around in a dime tube.
Oh
That's
yeah,
me.
I would too. I got mine in a
Look, I
capsule,
wanted-
and people tell me free the
What's
dose
the green
pesos. It's
bit?
circulating gold.
Square.
I wanted one for so long that now I have 4 of them. I just want to nurture them and keep them in the best shape I can.
Yeah,
As it is.
I put my un peso and 25 pesos in a tube, but not the gold. I'd probably put them in capsules or something. But like, I do like seeing Fish dump his dos pesos out when he's just got a handful of them and he's sitting there rattling them back and forth, and you can hear him. Ah, that sound. The sound of gold.
I love the sound of gold when it clings together. It sounds amazing, but you're just doing damage to your gold when it happens.
Yeah. Yukon Cornelius? I know, I got that reference right away. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yukon Cornelius. Heck yeah. He's got all his good gear. A knife, a revolver, and his pickaxe, all 4 to the hip. Belt mounted, easy access. Little dos pesos.
Yeah, I gotta pull mine out now.
That's the same size as my 120th gold Libby.
We're all gonna whip out our pesos.
The thing about it
Right.
is they're 1.6666, right? So,
I don't know the weight in grams. I just know it's 0.0482 of an ounce.
Yeah, it's 1.6666 grams, right? So it's just over 1.5 grams, and they add up. So like when I had all 4 of them here, all in the same sleeve, it was amazing how these tiny little buttons weighed something substantial. Because you take one out in your hand and you're feeling it, and it doesn't weigh very heavy.
Yeah. So, in a minute. Oh, it's going to be times. That's why my math is off. 31.105 times 0.0482. I was dividing. It was like, why is it so wrong? It's 1.499 grams.
I thought it said 1.6. 1.5? Thought it was more.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
If my math is right, the 31.105 in an ounce times the 0.0482 of the gold weight is 1.499.
No, that's probably
Alright,
the
so
total weight is 1.666. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
1.5
divided by
grams of pure gold.
0.9 equals 1.6658 is the total weight of the coin.
Yeah, you're right. 1.5 grams of gold. Still, 1.5 grams
I
of gold.
I got 1.7. 1.7 grams. So now we're all weighing it. We're showing it off. And we're gonna measure it next, or what?
No. We don't need to do that.
Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. I was
I don't know
going
what
to
it
feed into this joke and be like, all right, I'm going to get the calipers.
Get the caliper out. I'm going to one up both you guys. We're breaking out the calipers. Here we go. Let's do
All
it.
right.
All right, you guys. I got a blaze. I'm gonna split. If anybody
Alrighty.
else is doing the stream tonight, who's running the stream? Are you hopping on, Serpents?
I might. I guess West Texas is live right now too. Or that, or I'm tripping because I see that they're live in the bottom of my feed under the chat.
They could be. You guys, let's raid West Texas. Does anybody have their chat? Pull it up, put it up there. Go over to West Texas, put that you're raiding from Humble. Go over and show up to West Texas Stacker. They do some cool stuff. His wife is actually doing an alien or an out of space challenge, and I'm going to be joining that challenge. So if you got coins like that that are out of this world, make sure you join.
Ooh.
You guys go over
You
and
think
raid
this would
West
qualify?
Texas Stacker. Yes, it would.
We'll drop the COA, but the new Libby.
Well,
Got-
just make sure you put the box next to it that says Galaxide. It should work. I'm going to
Yeah.
be doing my Star Trek and Star Wars stuff. So make sure you guys, if you've got any kind of out of this world, alien rounds, Martians, we seek, whatever. Make sure that you guys do her challenge because she needs supporters. All right, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Like I always say, stack what you can where you can, whether that be a dime, a quarter, 50-cent piece, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce. It doesn't matter. Just keep adding to the stack. Cartier, what you got for us?
I gotta say goodbye to everybody. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate everybody coming in here, and I appreciate the crab raid. You guys are awesome. And Silver Serpents, stop for coming. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me again, guys.
Serpent, sorry that
Great.
we're popping off when you just got up here. Sorry about that, man.
Oh, it's all right. That's my
but-
bad. I woke up from a nap at 7 and was freaking out. I thought it was 7 in the morning. Was like, no, I gotta go to work. What happened to Sunday?
Oh, dude, I
Right.
freaked out like that before myself. But you guys make sure that you follow Serpents as well. If he pops up tonight, get over there, show some love there. But go over to West Texas Stacker and show some love. Put that you're rating from Humble. You guys have a great evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, peace out. Love y'all.